or cousins or brothers in it. And this show, just like Fresh Prince of Bel Air, for example, they still gave you the example of having like a full household, which at the time some of us may not have been able to grow up in. So
Mhm.
it was cool to see what it's like for it to like have your father there, have your mother, to have that sense of family around you guys.
Just to let y'all know, we are back up on YouTube. Sorry, but anyway,
Okay.
basically, we are just discussing about the Black DC universe and how these characters represent us. So far, we believe Static. Do everybody agree that Static Shock does represent for the Black culture and for the Black people? Before we go on,
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind. Yeah.
so
So,
so don't worry, y'all. YouTube. We are recording from Twitch, so I will post the first half of it, but not the technical difficulties. But yeah, we post the half of it. It's Static Shock. You okay with that, Leah? We
yeah.
post the first part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. I edit it later. All right, on to our next person.
Oh.
Vixen. Okay, first
Oh.
off, just saying, you probably could have got a darker photo of her.
Yeah. This
'Cause
Oh, you
she
know.
look water. She like they always look like they try to
she look
punk up.
washed out.
I know, but this more like show her actual clothing. The only ones they had her was during the Justice League's episodes.
Mhm.
The movie didn't
Mm-hmm.
really capture her like, but if we have to admit, when I first watched the animation movie about her, I was head over here with her. I was like, okay, yes. But then when I watched Justice League and she did experience some black woman problems, Green
Mm-hmm.
Lantern, you John Stewart, you missed you fumbled.
Mm-hmm.
You fumbled, dude. You fumbled. You
Look,
could have like
he wanted his feather lady. He didn't want a furry.
he gonna be coughing up
You know,
feathers.
he wanted a snow bird. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't. You know,
Yeah.
snow bird,
But now
snow bird
Vixen,
crisis.
Vixen is one of those characters who are definitely not used often, but she's been used enough in some live action, some cartoon over the years. Because I only know her from
Mhm.
Justice League, and then she appeared in the Arrowverse for a small
Yeah.
bit, and then she
Hmm.
had a animated show that took place in the Arrowverse. So you got to see her, and her powers are they're simple but so unique at the same time. Like being able to tap into the animal kingdom and take some of their traits.
Hmm.
Um, so it allows her to be faster, stronger, and whatnot than what you would think, right? Because you just see like a slim, slender down, somewhat athletic build of a woman, but then she's lifting a whole car over her head and throwing it for a block.
But it's all about where she come from. We got to see her past or how she grew up with her family
Mm-hmm.
before she even got the powers. Because at first she was like, "What the f? What the fuck's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
But
She's a fun character.
it was kind
Yeah.
of nice when I first saw her. It was kind of nice to know there was a black woman playing. Cause I usually go like, "Oh, we got Wonder Woman, we got Hot Girl over here." I know she doesn't really get enough screen time. There was screen time for her doing the fights and stuff, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like she deserved a little more attention because we did only have her in a couple of episodes, and they gave her a movie afterward.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say I think she's very black coded because some women from when I heard Halle Berry, she cut her hair. The reason why her hair is short because Hollywood don't know how to take a black woman hair. So that's why I also like
That is true.
about her having short hair and throughout the series of DC. That's why she reminded me what maybe she can't take care of her own hair or somebody can take care of hers, basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Judy?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Shoot, like she bad. I don't know. Okay, all right. I'm gonna calm down.
she
But
bad.
like,
She bad.
like also stuff like it is a creative power to really like shapeshift into different sort of like
Sorry.
animals and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And and from what I've seen her, the thing is so like the most I think my the underrated moment is where like she was in DC what was it, DC high school girls? and stuff where she
Oh,
became
Yeah.
like
I know what
very
Okay.
the
Okay.
superhero girls with Wonder Woman, Harley, Bumblebee,
Yeah.
Mhm.
those girls.
Yeah. Like those, like that was the part where it was just like, oh, we had to get to see like her, like actually not only interact with people, but also like have like and somewhat of arc with the show and stuff. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true.
That's true.
I didn't even know she was in that show for real.
Did not know till I was wait. Actually, TikTok snitch. Never mind. TikTok snitch about that show. Never mind. Let me shut up. Let me shut the heck
Mm-hmm.
up.
Because I knew Bumblebee because she was like I feel like one of the main characters on that show,
She
but it
was,
was
yeah.
very very much like an underrated show that I just never got into. So I didn't
Mhm.
think Vixen would be in there, but okay, that's good that there's at least seeing her in it.
Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Shoot.
Right. So
But we definitely need to see more though.
a
Of
little
Vixen.
more about her.
Definitely. Most definitely. Shoot.
It's like we know, we understand about her background, but we want to see how she like legit just go on to her life. We really don't know like her
Mm-hmm.
daily routines as even when she's not a hero or her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like we only know about her power, her past, and that's it. They really don't put much in like on her own series. So you know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
they really selective from what I'm saying. They're very selective who get a series and who don't. They like you get a
Yeah.
series, you don't. You get canceled, you get a series.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I say she's very black coded. On to the next.
And her ex, John Stewart.
Why are you laughing
This
like that?
this is the character who was my first black superhero. Seeing John Stewart in
Mm.
Justice League
Mm-hmm.
and seeing him when I think of Green Lanterns, I think of him.
That's
So
yeah.
so when Green Lantern the movie with Hal Jordan came out, I was like, who is he? I was very
Yeah.
confused. Because even in the show, I don't think they ever mention a Hal Jordan in the series. It's just him as the Green Lantern.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
I only knew him throughout my whole
Mm-hmm.
life growing as a kid. And then they show this guy who used to be a pilot or still is a pilot. Oh. He
You're
was a
good.
pilot.
You're
He was a pilot. I was like, okay, where the black guy? Where that guy?
Exactly.
Is he gonna,
Like
show up? Like, hello? Did we just forget? He was just in Justice League. What happened to? He just found out his hot girl she was married the entire time. Yeah, you fumble like I said. You
yeah. But you got to see him not just be a black superhero, but also a black man, which is important for his character because you got to see how like when he would not be in a super suit and his daily life, how he interacts with his community, how people interact with him, how the world perceives him as a black man, and it's it was real. Like you when you're with your homies and whatnot, you see how he was chilled and everything. But when it came to like certain things that may have been aggressive, even as a regular man, you saw where he would have to stand up for himself or whatnot, even though he's an army, isn't he? Like he's some form of military.
he used to be a Marine. So funny part, he's a veteran for the U.S. Marines. So apparently he was put on a mission before all
Mm-hmm.
this, and guess what his mission was?
mm-hmm.
To protect a
What?
politician who was racist. And you know what that
Oh
man did?
wow.
So there was an attacker about to attack the politician, and apparently
Mm-hmm.
John didn't intervene. He just let it like, look. He ended up saying a police officer, and then he told some man named Jordan, say, why you didn't protect the politician. I'm like, hey, that politician planned this whole attack. So why would I
Mm,
help this racist guy? And he planned this himself
yep.
to get more attention on him. Like, so I say I feel like that's showing he stand on his word. He's like, I'm gonna stick with my way and what feels right to me instead of you tell me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they said when he got that mission, they thought he did it badly. I don't think he did badly. If he knew that guy set that whole tackle, why would you say that?
Exactly.
I feel like he did a good job to me. Tootie, what you think about our Green Lantern John right here?
Okay. And so when I look at Green Lantern and stuff, I think I do recall the first time was definitely John Stewart and stuff. And when I look back at like a lot of like DC cartoons and stuff, like I didn't know who the fuck like Hal Jordan is. I was like, oh snap, who are you, strange white man? But they it actually is kind of like fascinating how like both of these, Hal and John, also was somewhat part of the not the well, I guess it's part of the like the army slash like government and stuff, where John
Hmm.
was in the Marines, and then Hal was like a
Air
pilot,
Force.
Air
Hmm.
Force pilot and stuff. And so it is kind of fascinating to see that. And it also was really good to see John's like day-to-day life and stuff like in the series and
Hmm.
stuff. And so yeah, like outside of it, I don't really see much when it comes to hit and stuff. Even within like the movies and stuff, they don't really like dive in that much and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but
I'll
definitely
say,
it is
sorry to
cool to
interrupt. There is a there's a movie for John Stewart where
hmm
it's you see him regular life, him getting the ring, and then him trying to level up to become the Green Lantern. Because at first he's like resisting and everything, so
hmm
you get to see that transition. I'll look for the movie and I'll let y'all know. But I would say if you haven't seen it, watch it because it was a great movie.
That's the bet. So,
I would say he represents a young black man who wants the best, who strives to be successful. Even though DC like, bring this guy in here. Sorry, John, you gotta check the back lines real quick. Just sit on the bench real quick. I
sit in
did.
the background a little bit. You'll be all right.
You be alright, buddy. You be
Yeah. Yeah. My God, that's my dog right there.
The main man. Booyah.
Booyah!
Oh, no, not, what the,
I'm gonna be honest. When I watched Teen Titans, I really didn't know about. I guess they did play some cyborg scene, but I didn't really know his
Mhm.
background till I watched Doom Patrol, and I watched
Yeah.
A Young Justice. That's the only
Because
time
they
Mhm.
never, yeah, they never really did get into much. Most of them, you didn't get into their backstories.
they really did until I had to watch other DC series to see how how are you half human and half cyborg. Like I wanted to
Hmm.
know.
Mhm.
I really didn't know. I just like, would you build yourself like this? You come from the future. I didn't know as a kid. Like when I watched Teen Titans, like, dude, we're
Hmm.
it's so to me with Cyborg. He plays football. He had a tragic agent, the tragic event with his father.
Accident.
Yeah, that accident with his father, which I think all of us experience. I would say that's part of black culture or in general what men experience of not feel like his your parent, your father's not really giving you that love attention you wanted. And I feel like didn't
Mhm.
Cyber want his dad to come to one of his games before?
So
Oh
pretty
yeah.
much, his Arturo, do you want to explain? You can.
Oh no, no, you can explain it. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much, Cyborg, aka Victor Stone,
Mm-hmm.
he was a top-notch football player, quarterback, but his dad was a scientist, and his dad would always put his science over Victor, even
Yes.
though like Victor was a top athlete. He was also top in his school, I believe. Like he was smart as well.
Yes.
But all he ever wanted was for his dad to come and see him play football.
Because as you see,
Uh,
Cyborg didn't get the father love like Static Shock Virgil got.
mm,
As we can, if y'all want to compare, they come from different households. Type of,
mm-hmm.
well, Virgil don't have his mom. Cyborg had his mom. Was she? What episode she was? No,
Virgil didn't have his mom.
Virgil mom died.
Why do I not? Wow. Okay, I need to rewatch that show.
Yeah, that was a whole
Yeah.
episode about his mom dying. And it was. even I feel like his father really tried to love Cyber by putting, "Hey, I will bring you back, my son." I still think he had a lot of work to do. You
Mm-hmm.
you feel the loss of your child, and now you're like, I want him back.
Now
I want.
now I gotta pay attention.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, and I think the actor from Doom Patrol, he was a good cyborg to me a little bit. A
He
little
was
bit.
good.
He was good to me. Cause
I'll
Yeah.
say this: we did get a lot
Mm-hmm.
of cyborg, like different people portraying cyborg. Like I think we had 3 in total,
mm-hmm.
live
Yeah.
action wise.
From I think
We had one
what was
from
it?
Smallville who passed away,
Yeah.
Smallville, yeah.
then Doom
Arthur.
Patrol,
Tender
and then
Patrol.
Justice League, Zack Snyder.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you would. Hmm.
Well,
What
was
do
there another
do
one?
you
Was another one
do you
today?
think that there was one? Do you think there was one? I don't think it. Do you think the one like in the Arrowverse and stuff? Like,
There wasn't a cyborg in Arrowverse.
okay,
I
gotcha.
don't remember.
No, the black guy from Arrowverse, he was Firestorm.
Hi, Sunny.
Fire stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about Firestorm. We'll get to y'all. He is on the list, but there's a lot I gotta say about that character, even though I don't know. But I say Cyborg do represent the black man, the black culture.
He
Mm-hmm.
well, because of what happened to him, he now feels it even more. Because not only is he a black man, now he's a black half man, half cyborg,
Yes.
right? So like, no matter what, people are now staring at him, but because he's I think part of it is because he's a black cyborg, there's an issue with it. Because I guess the opposite version of cyborg, so to speak, if there was a white version, would be RoboCop,
Yes, RoboCop, most definitely.
right? And I believe like when he first came onto the scene, people were a little nervous, but they wouldn't freak out because, skin tones. But they see a black man as a cyborg, I feel like they're gonna be more threatened. Because when we first see Cyborg and Teen Titans, from what I remember, he was wearing a hood. He was covered up. He was trying to hide himself so that not he's not
Yes.
bringing any attention.
He didn't not really attend to. He really embraced of his new life he have right there.
Mm-hmm.
All
Sort of
right.
reminds me of the thing and everything like that. She was
Yep,
Yes.
going
him as
Yes.
well.
before.
All right. So okay, I say he represents the black culture. How would y'all say? I got one
Oh my
yes.
gosh. Let me
Yeah.
see if I can find the because I have a comic here. Maybe not. Okay. All right. I'm gonna show it to y'all later.
Okay.
But yeah, like the world of like Cyborg is so fascinating
Mm-hmm.
and stuff because he's not only a Teen Titan but also a Justice League member
Yes,
and
he
stuff.
is.
Like
Yes.
there's a
That's
there's a
so concerning
whole
to me. Like he
there's a
really.
whole
Okay, go ahead.
origin. There's a whole origin like in that made there was oh fuck there's a Justice League movie that literally stars with Cyborg's origin and then them actually forming the Justice League. Like it's really creative and everything like that. But yeah, you were going, Lynn?
No, I forgot he got into the Justice League.
Oh yeah, like there was several development. There's like a few shows that kind of like dive into that. Even like Teen Titans Go like dive into the like
Yeah,
oh
it did. Yeah, it
Cyborg really
did.
wants to be and stuff.
Just let you
Shoot.
know, I don't like
And
Teen Titans Go. Whoever, I don't care who you are who watching this, I do not like Teen Titans Go. That show can burn and freaking, you know what I mean.
Wow.
but yeah, speaking of Teen Titans though too, what I do find it fascinating though is that like the Teen Titans 2000
Mm-hmm.
and stuff is not the same as the comics and stuff because like the original like Teen Titans were just like Robin, uh, Kid Flash,
Mhm.
and then like Diana, and not Wonder Girl,
Wonder Girl,
and
yeah.
yeah, and the Red Arrow and
Yeah.
stuff, and so they would form a team.
Speedy.
But then Speedy, there we
Yes,
go,
Speedy.
I
and
got you.
then like somehow like Robin got into a coma, and then like a few years pass, and then him, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Raven, they all show up like within the Teen Titans tower
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, and then try to tell him like what's going on and everything like that. It really is like a cool thing. Like the comics are really fucking like lit. If they would have like a 100% accuracy towards the comic, and I'll be fully satisfied. Like it is so good.
Interesting.
All right, so we move to the next one, Cyborg. Still
Oh, so
amazing.
the movie that 2D was talking about was Justice League War.
Justice League War.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
About
Yeah,
where Cyborg joins a full Justice League and everything.
yeah. Hal Jordan got his ass whooped.
This man.
Green Ladder got this. He walks.
Our next
Black Lightning.
I gonna be honest. I did not know about Black Lightning, so I saw the live action one. Then I rewatched the whole Young Justice. I gotta let you know, Cyborg was never in Young Justice, correct?
He is.
He is. Okay.
He was.
If you watch, I believe he got in there in season 3 and 4.
That's why. Yes. That's what I'm sorry. That's Cyborg. That's what I remember. That part. In Status Shock got in there, but they played that boy dirty. He couldn't get no girl. He said everybody got a girlfriend. I'm like, man, you pulled 2 girls before. They kissed you on the cheek. I remember that series. Don't act like that. But anyway, Black Lightning, I did not really pay attention to him much. I seen him in Young Justice, and I seen him in the live action. I say he really does, from what I seen from the live action, if it's correct, he really does want to improve the Black community. He really does want to help improve it. And I believe he's a good father to his daughters.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so same thing for me. My biggest and only introduction of Black Lightning was from the CW show. So my knowledge of him is limited, badly.
Yeah.
It was an interesting take on him because it was like he was a hero, but then he stopped to, have a family and everything, and then it's just like he has to come back because drugs and everything are just overrunning his city. So it was cool to see. It's sad that we don't get more of him because like Lynn was saying, we saw him a bit in Young Justice, but a very, very small amount.
Just for this clip, y'all, he did to that girl, he said you never had Black Lightning before.
That's it. Yeah, you had lightning. You never had Black Lightning. I'm just like, oh my.
Okay.
But I think they need to go into more depth with him, like when he first gets his powers, because I don't know how he got his powers. I don't know if he was born with it, an accident. I can't
we don't even remember from the CW show.
Nothing. Yeah, like I don't remember how he got them. If anyone does, please comment down below.
I ain't gonna hold you. The CW kind of did him dirty and stuff, because not only was he doing like not only has he had a family, right, and then like drugs and everything like that. That was a weird writing choice, but also too was like that he had him fighting a whole like white Albanian. Not white Albanian, black Albanian or something like that. Crime boss. Yeah, the wino and stuff. That was odd. And then like they just like forgot about him for a second, and then his whole entire universe was gone and stuff. Like whole entire universe. So like his whole daughters and stuff had like disappeared, and then he has to live with that guilt that he wasn't able to save his universe, and then realize and then had that whole like metaverse reset.
What happened?
It's like it happened in like an Infinite Crisis where like all the Justice League members and stuff from each dimension with like Supergirl, the Flash, everything like that. They had like somewhat of a war, and they ended up having to like reset all the universes to become one. So it's not like every universe is destroyed, but all the universes are merged together and stuff. It
Uh,
was so weird, man.
I
It
need
was
to, I
so
need to read
weird.
that comic. Wait, what the fudge? What the
It
fudge?
wasn't even a comic. It was solely on the CW type of thing
Oh
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
know what he's talking about, but I
oh,
don't remember all that.
I
Okay.
gotta be honest. I
it
stopped
was so
watching.
weird.
I stopped watching because I just kept thinking like, y'all doing these people dirty by every episode. Like, I just couldn't. I think how many seasons was it? 3 seasons, and I think I stopped it.
What?
Was it 3 seasons
Mm-hmm.
or 2 seasons?
What was 3 seasons?
The Black
Oh, the
Lightning,
Flash?
no, the CW.
Oh, the Black Lightning. Oh, I think it was two.
Too.
Yeah.
I just
No, Black Lightning had a lot. I think it got up to 5.
Yeah, I
Five?
don't
Four
remember
Oh.
or
what she's.
5.
It was the whole. Because the daughter got on my freaking nerves. I was like, you need to stop being disrespectful, god dang. And then the daughter
All
started.
these superpowers, you can't wash the dishes. That's crazy. That was one I'm feeling right now. Oh man. But yeah, no, now he has like that realization that like his family was like gone, but then came back in the merged universe and stuff, and all the villains came back too. So like that was they didn't even like gave him that type of choice now. So it was weird, but you know, definitely need more.
Definitely need more.
Black
Definitely.
Lightning.
I want to say he's my favorite, but I'm cool with him. I'm cool with you, dude.
Yeah. I'm cool with him too. Like I'm not even big on this man. Sure.
Oh God. But he cool. I say he represents the black culture. Like I said, he did try to put everybody first before he put himself first. You know, sometimes at the moments. But yeah,
Makes sense.
he represents. 1 second, everybody. This.
Nubia.
Let me. I had to put 2 pictures because I like these 2 pictures. This Black Queen.
Man.
This Black Queen. Diana who? Miss Diana who? I want her. I want her own series. I want her in her own movies. I want her. She's her. And the fact that she get the smallest screen time, I don't even think she got a good screen time, but her, they ate her down in the comments. They had her outfit on point, the hair on point, the repetition. Like this woman right here is a queen. I'm sorry, that's a queen right there.
Nubia.
But the only thing I hate, whoever played Multiverse, they did her dirty. Did they not do her dirty when they first dropped her? They kind of did her, her comeback kind of a little dirty. I didn't like none of her fight moves they gave her. Like, bitch, what? One of them doing all this. She got her doing this. Like what? But oh, y'all go ahead. Y'all can talk about her. Just saying, I would pick her over Storm. Just saying.
Just saying. Oh wow, that's a choice. All right, okay, all right, Lillian.
I would pick her. That's mommy.
Not that's mommy.
I see.
Behave.
Heck yeah. Over Storm's right. Shrimp. I'm picking her over Storm. Hands down. Sorry.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't got any on this. All right, look.
All right, y'all can have it. I'm muted.
No, don't mute. Don't mute.
Going based off of the photos, yeah, she's dangerous. But so I'm guessing she's just another Amazonian.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. So typical, same powers as Wonder Woman, lasso of truth.
But hers is not a sword like Wonder Woman. She has a spear.
Ooh. But wait, here's my question, because Wonder Woman technically was crafted by Zeus.
She's crafted. Was Nubia? No, she's crafted by a different god.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure, so that she is still somewhat on that same level. Okay. Yeah, no, I can say never seen her before in my life.
Yes.
But
because you had to understand,
I will go look for a comic for her.
You should, because she was crafted when they had a darker clay, as you can tell. They had to. And But she was abducted though. She was abducted by the god of war, I believe Ares, and he
Mm-hmm.
raised her up basically. And he named her. He named her. Yeah, he named her. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she was hidden away from Aphrodite and stuff. I believe it was a whole
Mhm.
mess. It was a whole mess. The fact he had, look, he's like, look, I'm gonna raise you myself. Come on, you my kid now. Oh my
Yeah, that's
god.
interesting. I would like to see. It would be cool for them to.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if they give her a movie and series, we will get to see more history like we did for Diana about her.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Like we know about I Wonder Woman, whatever, but her,
Mhm.
she got a story too. Being kidnapped by
Mhm.
the God of War. The God of War teach you how to be the furious woman on the freaking lands.
Mhm.
And did he name you? He hidden you all the way. I was like, I didn't know Ares could be a father. I didn't know he could be a father. I'm like that.
He has kids.
I know, but
Aries
he
has
treated
kids.
her like, hey,
Royalty.
you finna be a champion of this tree, family tree.
Mm.
He
So
said once you go black, you never go back. So
Apparently.
so basically, his goal was just to train her to be the strongest, and that's why I feel like she is a black representation. She's showing a black woman can be strong.
True. True.
Mm-hmm. Just stand up.
Nah, I like her. I'll definitely see if I can find a comic about her because I need more comics.
All right,
mhm.
Tootie, what you think?
Yeah, I say she bad, woman. She bad,
She
but
bad.
that's a
That's a baddie.
yeah.
That's a baddie. I wouldn't get mad if Megan Stallion cosplay as her. I would not even.
All right.
Well, because Megan did Starfire. I should have put Starfire here, but it was just like there's a big argument through social media saying
About her being like
Technically
black woman and
speaking,
stuff.
she isn't black.
she's an alien, you know.
She's an
Yeah, man.
alien, and technically
Been,
she's orange.
they've been
If we're
black,
looking at
yeah.
her from the comics and her
Mm-hmm.
origin, she's technically orange.
But a dark orange. So, anyways,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I definitely do need some like more representation from her and stuff. Like, I'm not really big on the not on her specifically, but just like the Amazonian
Mhm.
like history and stuff. So, if we were to see like a badass like immortal woman, then yeah, go ahead, shoot, like say less,
Yeah,
like.
because that's the thing that they tend to stick to is always sticking to the first version of said characters, and never really diving into their secondary or like the person who takes up the mantle for someone else, right? Because like we all know that, like for example, Damian Wayne takes up the Batman mantle eventually, but in animation or movies, you don't see that. You just see Damien as a kid. You never see him grown up and taking on those roles,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, but I'm back. But we saying she is black coded, right? This black queen.
Yeah, 1000%.
I got no doubt in my mind. Yeah.
Because as y'all see, they put texture to her hair. Look at that.
Yeah, that top right photo. Yeah,
Yes, that's why I put that in there as well. So I was like, let me put that in there. All
Mm.
right, on to our next person. Let's go.
so Len,
Cause my eyes are see me.
Len,
You said superhero. You said
I
what?
did say I put a villain, two villains.
Len,
One of them is a villain. We don't wait. Hear me out. That's why
Okay.
that's what we're gonna discuss. Is she a villain?
Len.
Is she a villain? That's your argument,
Yes.
dog. Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure her name isn't Amanda Walker.
I know. Look, I tell you I rushed. But yeah, no, Miss
True.
Walker.
But is she a
It's
villain?
wrong.
Most definitely.
Why would
She is. She's Cecil from Invincible. Cecil and her, they would be best buds. Her and Cecil would be the best of friends.
the bestest friends?
They would be the bestest friends because they
You know what's
see
crazy?
they both want to protect America, willing to do whatever it takes to get the jobs done and not afraid to, in a sense, sacrifice
Or use
people.
villains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before y'all even say nothing, why you misspell her name? Cause F that Mitch. Why I gotta respect her?
I'm
You know,
crying.
it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They have like Amanda Waller like in kids shows, and I'm trying to remember. I think it was either like the Batman Mobile or show and stuff where it's just like Amanda Waller and actually like really kind person in the fucking show.
Really? In that
In the
show?
in the kids show. I'm trying to remember vividly, but I was like,
She
why is
don't
she so
like
nice to these
kids.
folks?
She don't even like
Mm.
kids. Why she even in it? She don't
I'm
like
like,
kids. She don't
like
like
it's so
kids.
fascinating.
Because she'll be willing to use people's kids to get them to do what they want.
Bro, the way she said Deadshot died, I was like, oh, you hit that man a low point. You know, you should never talk.
Wait, hold on. I just realized they copy pasted the same formula for the two black men who have daughters.
Oh my god!
I just took it in. They did the exact same thing to get the black men to help work by threatening their kids.
Oh, for suicide. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the main reason why James Gunn kind of like wanted like the not Deadshot. Who's the other one? Bloodsport. Yeah.
Bloodsport. Is it
Yeah.
Bloodsport?
Yeah.
It's one of them.
I think it is Bloodsport. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they wanted like Bloodsport in the movie and the sequel and stuff. So yeah.
You gotta admit, I don't know what to say about her. I don't even know much about this chick.
Amanda Waller, U.S. government agent, in charge of her own task force, in charge of Belle Rev, the super villain prison, who illegally
I need
takes
background
out super villains.
after current event. What's her background? Did she have two loving parents? I think not.
Probably not.
Ain't nobody
What
give a
that?
fuck.
What that?
Okay, would we say she's a black? I feel like
she's a Fed coded. She's definitely Fed coded.
She's
definitely an op.
She's definitely op coded.
But she's a dirty op. That's the thing, because she's willing to break the rules to get what she's done. Because remember, when they went to go save her in Suicide Squad, the first one, she killed half the people in the room because it's like, yeah, you're no longer needed. Bop, 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 bop. Even the whole plot of what's it called? The second Suicide Squad. It's because she was illegally experimenting with the Thinker and on Starro.
I forgot.
And she sent them to clean up her mess. Yeah, both movies were just cleaning up her mess or trying to save her.
I can't say she's black, bro. I don't even know anymore. She marked down African American, but I don't know, man. We just gonna skip this one, y'all. I don't even know why to add this chick.
Wait, hold on. She does do a crazy black dance, like in the Suicide Squad anime.
Yes, and it's stuck. Yeah, she does do a dance, but she's still a bitch.
Does bust a move a little bit.
She got moved. You gotta think about it. If we actually met her and we asked her to go to club as co-workers, you know she gonna say no.
She wouldn't even say no. She'll just look at you and walk away.
Oh god.
Totally ignoring you.
All right, we just gonna be like, we don't know about her. She's an op. We op coded. Op coded. There we go.
She op.
She's an op. That woman's an op.
Coded.
Yeah. I couldn't find no comics of this guy. No comics. Besides, I thought we honest because they have him looking white. So I'm thinking like, do these people have two different people for Firestone? Is he white or black? In a video game, Injustice, he's black.
Yes.
So here's the thing, Lynn. So or 2D, I've been explaining. 2D, you explain.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing about like Firestorm is that it's sort of like a fusion of two people, essentially.
Oh heck no.
And so like that's the whole thing with like Firestorm is that like it has like a somewhat of an experiment that made them merge into one person and stuff. So you have this young, black man, somewhat athletic and stuff, and then you have this really old white professor who's merging into him.
He's not black.
And stuff. Yeah, so like even so, like what was it? Even in the CW, they even try to like
They
switch it
did
up
it.
with who's that
They did it
who's
with
that?
Caitlyn's boyfriend,
Yeah, that's the dude. That's the dude. Yeah,
but they they were trying something was going wrong. No, he sacrificed himself,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? So then the boyfriend died, but the old man lived. And so then they brought in the actual black person who's supposed to be the other half of Firestorm.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
gotta research
So
about this one because I don't really know about him besides some
mhm.
what animated series he was in. What was that one?
I
Was
mean,
that
he
with
was
him
in
and Blue
was he
Beetle?
Young Justice? Blue Beetle? Maybe.
No, no, he
The
wasn't on it.
Uh,
show?
The show where he was in it. What was this one? That picture. I remember
That's
this.
Justice League.
Okay, that one.
yes.
That's the only time I
Mm,
remember him. That
I'll say this: there isn't much on him in the comics. I would
mhm,
not comics, sorry, not the comics, in
series.
animation and
mhm.
stuff. I think the closest that you'll get to watching him is the CW shows
Okay,
because he was on there for a while.
and because I only remember him in this series and the Injustice game when he was
Hmm.
because I don't know something about his little lines. I was like, okay, he's kind of sounding black. Okay, he's some of the stuff he's saying.
Yeah,
So
so he is so because you'll often see him as like in the form that you see like some form of red and gold outfit, the flame top and the black skin, but then the mind would be of him and the professor, so they would
mm,
Mhm.
talk to each other inside and come up with the formulas to create his attacks and stuff that he uses.
okay. Mm. It's a question
Safe
mark
to,
for me, people. I'm sorry, I put a question mark for myself because I
safe,
really do
safe to
not
say
know.
it's a no though. It's a no for me. His design is fire though, but yeah, it's a no for
But
me.
he's not
Two-
black.
Yeah, yeah. I guess he's mixed. So
Yeah, let's go with mix.
Some some
yeah,
would
we can do
even
over that.
say mixed-ish.
Like ish,
Yeah.
yeah. But all right, let's go to our next person. 1 second, 1 second. Hold your pauses. Our
Bumblebee. I
Bumblebee,
want
It was
more of her.
right?
it was a really good
I
song,
want
man.
more of her because all I really have of her is from Teen Titans.
Teen Titan Go. I want to know everything. Did they say she was a track star? No, she wasn't a track star. Who's a track
I don't
She
know.
was track star. But
I know nothing about her character, just her powers.
star? Another black woman
And I
that
mm,
we
would
should focus
love more
on.
of her.
She's adorable to me.
Because she, she, okay, I'll say this. I don't know who came first, if it was Bumblebee, but her and Wasp from Marvel, it's the
oh,
same
okay.
Oh,
powers.
The
Same
safe power, but
powers.
yeah, Wasp came first,
yeah,
most
Wall Stars
definitely.
came first. I don't. Bumblebee didn't come later on till later on.
But
Mhm.
like I feel like her like I think the fact that I think her powers are like she's born with them or something happened to her while the wasp is a suit,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. I think that's cool, but they need to explore her some more.
The only when
Like
I
even
was
make a go ahead, go ahead.
no, I'm gonna tell her name is Karen.
Yeah,
I want no
she,
about her
it's
no more.
okay now.
she's a
It's okay
scientist.
now.
She's a black, intelligent young lady. I just don't like that name,
She is.
Karen. Um,
Hmm.
I'm researching right now because we
He
really
was
know
in
her.
Young Justice for a little
Yeah,
bit.
then Teen Titans for a little bit. I really thought her and Cyborg would get together. You know, like link it up. Like y'all kind of
Yup.
black couple, but they kept pushing
Hmm.
him and Jinx a little bit more.
And go, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a hell of a lot.
No,
No,
and
Like
Teen
even
Titans, Teen
in
Titans,
the original Teen
yeah, they were
Titans,
trying to
they were
push them to
pushing
get
those two.
the time he had to go undercover to infiltrate their little whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
for the that villain lair and everything like that.
I'm just
The
Yeah.
saying.
Hive's brother blood.
Let's
The hive, yeah.
yeah. But Speedy, he was trying to get Jinx too, so it was like,
Look, Speedy can just hit targets. He ain't getting no woman.
No villain crisis. It's no villain crisis over here.
But Bumblebee, look, just off her character, she's black, but I can't say more to it because I just don't know about her.
We just
She's definitely, you would have to read comics to learn more about her.
yeah, because all
She's
I'm
a
hearing
very
is that she's a scientist. Teen Titans pick her up.
Hmm.
She got a husband and a daughter.
Yes, they showed that in Young Justice.
Yeah, but like you said, she always like us back. Can we say she's like a side character? They really talk much. You know what I mean?
Yep,
very much, yeah.
yep, because she was definitely sideshow in the Young Justice show.
Very so.
Wait, no, I'm getting my characters mixed up. She wasn't in Young Justice. I was thinking
No.
of Icon's sidekick,
Oh, okay.
the black
Yeah.
girl
Yeah. I know
who
you're
makes
talking
the
about.
force fields. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah. But yeah, she was only like Teen Titans Go and Teen Titans S for a
Hmm.
record. But I feel like that if they did more about her, we want to learn some more. We want to know how she grew up and then how she
Hmm.
later on got the Teen Titans group. But I do
That
like her.
would be cool.
I do like the character designs throughout. They kept it with her puffballs, but
Hmm.
this time they gave her some curls or a lace front. I don't know what was going on here.
I'm
But
crying.
I
she
don't
still
know
look
how
Nah,
to
man,
good.
do
call her
this.
out for the lace front.
She still look good.
Lynn, go to the next
She still
person.
look good. Everybody hold their
Go to
Look
the
at that.
next person, Lynn. I'm done with you.
I did. I go to the next person. Y'all know.
Calderon.
Aqualad. Okay. I didn't know Aquaman had two sidekicks, and then he went with
Mm-hmm.
him, Jackson. I was like, I had to read it. I said the vomit of Aqualad's. I was like, hold on. I think I like him more. But everybody do not
And
like him because of Young Justice. They say he's a traitor. I'm like, look.
what? Then you clearly didn't watch the full show.
That what
But
people hate about it.
anyways,
Yeah, they didn't watch it
they
completely.
didn't watch the whole show because he's not. But anyways, Calderon. It's funny because in Teen Titans there is an Aqualad in there, and it's not him.
Oh God.
It's it's
Yeah.
Tempest from Young Justice who they call Aqualad in that show.
Mm-hmm.
But Aqualad, he's an interesting character. Like being the son of one of Aquaman's villains,
Yeah.
being the son of him and married. I didn't even know how that worked because the way he hates Aquaman so much. Um, but seeing him in Young Justice, he was my favorite character.
He was
Like
so. He was polite. He was professional. He wanted to help his team. He was. Did they make that? Is that the reason he was a leader at the time?
he was the leader because one, he was the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to see everyone well because like Robin was too young. Kid Flash was too eager. Superboy was angry. Megan is too
Megan.
she Megan, like she was too soft. Like she would take any criticism and couldn't handle it. Calder was the only one who was in a spot where he understands the part of communication is needed, holding down the foundation, not disappearing. Because remember, Robin works with Batman. They don't have to talk to know their roles.
Mm-hmm.
They understand what the roles are, right?
They know who they are, what to do. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, here, because remember, Robin had the most experience of being a crime fighter, but because of all that experience, it wasn't making him a good leader at the time. It made more sense for Calder, who was still somewhat new, but still understood the roles of needing to talk to his team to command his team and everything. Because he even said he didn't want this role, but until there's a better suited person to take over, I will do it.
Right.
Because remember, he wanted to quit during the series, and he said it with the Black Canary when they were doing the therapist episode. And it's just like he explained why everyone else couldn't do it. It's like I can't quit because no one else could lead us successfully.
Right. He was perfect fit to me, and people should have took him more serious. They shouldn't have just thought he was just a. He did it. He did what he do for the team, like a leader was supposed to do to me.
Mm-hmm.
Judy, what you think of him?
Okay, so like, hear me out, right? Hear me out, right? I think the only times that like I will like mostly remember, mind you, like he has like an amazing backstory though. Like
Mm-hmm.
the the most memorable thing that I've seen him is when Ace Vane does an abridged version of him where he just AKA Aquaman
Thank you, Ed.
and he just goes uh so you so like, what are you trying to see? Blah 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 blah. And be like, oh, you're gonna see. You just need to be convinced. And I'm just like, that is only through my head right now. Even when I see this image right now, you're like, you don't need to be persuaded. You just need to be convinced. And so yeah,
Convinced.
that's how my
Mm-hmm.
talk. That's all I say.
That's to say.
That's all-
I wasn't
I can't
mad to
with
find
him.
out. I wasn't mad at Young Justice about finding out his sexuality. I was like, I was fine with it. I was completely
Mhm.
fine with. Some people was like, no, he didn't go. No, that's his origin story. That's his love interest. Read the comments. He had another love interest apparently down there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But I say he represents the black culture.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, for sure.
he goes through the same struggles that we all would go through. Like at the end of the day, remember his all he has to do is hide his neck, and then he looks just like a black man with
Mm-hmm.
tattoos, right? So he would still face the same struggles that 2D and I and other black men in the world would go through just off of looks. But it is interesting that they didn't really go through it too much in the
Mhm.
show. They showed more so the struggles of being that age, which is why I love that show so much because you see how they're all also not dealing with superhero stuff, but also their personal stuff as well.
Reality
So I
stuff.
like that a lot about the show. But Calder, he's black,
He's definitely black. That's a black brother
like
right
black.
there.
If anything,
Black
if you
brother.
want him just like the confirmation, the cherry on top, he's black with electric powers.
Yeah, and
Almost
then
all black, almost all black superheroes have it.
there was another
Oh
picture
yeah,
I wanted to
definitely.
use with him and Aquaman when he had locks and he had his natural hair color, but it was too
Ooh,
Mhm.
blurry, so I couldn't use that. But in the
oh, that's
series,
fine.
he did have natural black locks. Then he dyed it to blonde. Then he just chopped it off.
Went full
Mm.
emo, you know. So
All right, let's go to our next person real quick. One moment, people.
Black Manta.
yeah, so you got the black dad, his black son, and then you got the black dad. Oh my goodness.
But it's,
Black Manta.
I didn't know that man was
You
black.
know,
I didn't know that man was black
most
till I saw his to the Young Justice. I didn't know that man was black. I was like, then I
I mean, it's
got
in the name.
yeah. Then I got reminded from Harley Quinn show when
Yeah.
when Catwoman says he's black too.
Well, it that's always funny to me because Selena has been so many races over the years. Because you
Mm.
can never tell what she is. Because
You
depending on the
never.
artist, she'll look white, she'll look brown, she'll look. I believe there's been Asian or Hispanic Selenas, so I'm just like, it's funny that in the show she's black, and then they say that comment. I'm just like, yeah, Black Manta.
Bad dad.
Don't know much about him except for the fact that he hates Aquaman and wants to kill
Listen,
him.
bro. Listen, bro. If I
Deadbeat.
were, let's hear him out. Let's hear Black Manta out, bro.
Okay.
His father, got murked. He got murked by a a weird white man who talks to fish. If I were him, I would be angry too. Like I would
Are
not.
you, are you going
I'll feel
based off of
some
the
way.
movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, okay. Just I
Go
just
on.
want to make sure.
Yeah. So yeah, like I would be angry too. I would, want to fight the whole entire like Sea Kingdom and stuff. Like on some
Hmm.
what was it? There was a recent situation that happened where it's about to flip around. But like when I tell you that like I feel his pain. I feel the brother's pain. He wants
I want
he
revenge.
Yeah,
he,
no,
he wants
that
to
it
cook the
makes
fish.
sense.
Yeah. Okay. I accept
Right.
that. Okay. I say he's black. But yeah, it was just funny. And I feel like everybody who watched Harley Quinn was like, "Oh, he black."
Yeah, well, after seeing Black, for me, I'm just like because of Young Justice, I put two and two together when they
Yeah,
confirmed that that
that's
was
another
his
thing. I just
dad.
yeah, that's what made me
Now,
say
now, if it were to be like the 1950s and something like that, then I would be like, oh, I didn't know he was black and
Hmm.
stuff, because super friends and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, they would have just probably made him the name Black Manta, but just been a white man in the suit.
yeah,
Mhm.
but
But yeah, no.
yeah, he black. All right, next person, Steel, the man of
Mm,
Steel.
John
Oh yeah.
Henry Irons. This man, he's black.
Oh,
That man is black. He
I would
thinking.
what?
say
This is
he.
also.
Go
Mhm.
ahead, Tootie.
Here they go.
I was about to say this is actually like based on like real person John Henry, right? Like the dude who, if I remember correctly, he like in the United States, he were to like build, not build, like use a hammer to like put in the nails for the trains and stuff, like build railroads essentially.
The
And the
original
story goes,
John Irons.
the original John Henry.
John Henry,
Yeah.
sorry.
So yeah. So it's like he would like, boom, 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 and then he would like die because like he was like using all his muscles and steel and stuff. So like when I see this, I'm like, oh, okay, we're going,
Interesting. It
we're
could
going,
be right because of the hammer.
we're going to the
Um.
Harriet Tubman fighting zombies type stuff. All right.
All right. What do we
Okay.
know about John Henry Irons? I know a little bit.
I know the background that he built a some type of man energy gun and people took it and used it as a weapon. Then he had to
Hmm.
flee with a whole new identity. And I believe at that time he was a construction worker with his new identity in Metropolis, I think.
Hmm. Metropolis.
Mhm.
And he saw one of his
Yeah.
co-workers just about to fall. He tried to save him. Then, whoo! The Man of Steel, the actual Superman, saved him. He was like, "I wonder." He basically, "I want to repay you for saving me." I think Steel did not come. Didn't Steel did not come in till Superman was dead, and people thought he was the replacement of Superman. Destroyed his.
So there's an animated movie, and probably from the comics, where after Superman Doomsday,
Yes, that
John
one.
Henry Irons was one of the people who took up the mantle of Superman.
But instead of him saying "Man of Steel," he wanted to be short and say "Steel." Oh, okay.
Hmm.
And I think Lois wrote something saying he was a replacement. I think she had made an article about the dude.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised.
Yeah, she got to
But
make her money. But I say he black
yeah,
to
I
me.
he's black. The I know very little of him in animation. The most I've seen him was from the what was it, Superman and Lois show, where
Mm-hmm.
he was like a big role in the show. He was an engineer, but also he had the mind of like he was top tier scientist engineer.
Very top tier.
Able to like he made his own suit and everything himself.
Oh yeah, that
Um,
that was trash.
willing to do good. You see him in Justice League War. They name drop him and he swings around a sledgehammer. So you see him from there. So he's already in that universe. And then when Superman dies, he's brought back again to become Steel as we see him.
I feel like he proves a point saying anybody could be a superhero based on
Hmm.
your
Yeah,
ability.
awesome.
Because if we ever had
Yeah.
him in real life, I feel like people would try to bring him down, say, "Oh, he's dangerous. He gotta go. He's an because
Yeah.
I feel like not being racist, but I just feel like we
Yeah,
put stereotypes, and we have you just have to make it just fit that stereotype, but we not.
Yeah.
I feel like if he was in real life, I would not be mad. I'd be like, "Oh, there's a black. Look up in the sky. He's a hero."
Yeah. Yeah. But as long as he's
mm,
saving lives and doing that part, you're a
Are y'all
hero.
just listing DC heroes? We are, yeah. We only listing a few the black ones in DC series. Would be a
Hmm.
universe basically. I did this is just part one. Then we do have a part one from Marvel.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm not ready for that one. I'm not ready for that one.
That's funny.
Who's
I
black?
love
Who's
to
not
see.
black? Oh my god!
But yes,
The next step. Oh my god!
but
Yeah.
yes. Thank you for the biddies, Ed. But I think, do I have another one? I don't think so. Nope, that's our last person for today.
Here's the last one.
He was the last
Yeah.
one.
That
We
was a good
do.
one though. And
I will be making a part 2 for this one. I still had it
But I
because
would
go ahead.
go ahead.
No, it was just a struggle because they really mix DC with Marvel. I would just like take my time, look at each person before I put
Yeah.
it together.
mhm.
But I would say definitely take a look into some of the black characters that we showcased today. Like some of them have been, some are known more than others, obviously, but take a look into them, even if it's just a quick look at a comic or something online, just to look into some of our black heroes who don't get their time in the light as
As much.
that they deserve. Like
Yeah.
we're fortunate to be getting a Green Lantern show with Jon Stewart, and Aaron Pierre is gonna portray him in it.
Oh.
And then we also have Ironheart coming out later this year.
Yeah.
And so like we're slowly getting our black heroes sometime on the
Screen.
movie screen, TV screen,
Television. Yeah.
television. Like the fact that John Henry Irons was like somewhat a main character on Superman and Lois from when he got introduced, I was surprised that he was there for so long. But his role on the show was great.
I gotta be honest, because I kept hearing people, we do have a black Superman, we do have a black Superman, but I kept saying he never claimed that. He got a bald head. Well, he is bald. No trailer for Ironheart though. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. They got pictures. That's all I can say.
It's sad that it is.
I say they got the pictures. The hell,
the trailer should have been up by now, but they're slacking.
But it's like I agree with Tyler Curry said. We really don't have much for black characters out there, even black shows, because a lot of black shows are getting canceled quickly. Me and Tootie watched the Invincible Girl, the black girl. We will talk about that with Leo. We're gonna make him watch it. He only watched a little bit of it.
But, yeah. Watch.
But it just the recent ones that y'all trying to make are too. They don't really they trying to make it seem like black people are ghetto, but they not. You know, did you remember the trailer I showed you on Adult Swim with the black girls in the future?
Oh yeah, that was, and it's very short and stuff. It's like, what? How can I describe it? It's like a futuristic type of like ghetto, like if there's certain women that's from like not Atlanta, but maybe like from like New Jersey or something like that. It's
New
like,
Jersey.
But yeah, like, and they they only get like really serious until like the very last episode, man. Like, goddamn, like it's something.
And we will talk about. We did watch Little Kev. Me too. We finished that so fast, bro.
We just went through that show.
We logged in on
but
that.
But another example, though, I'm glad Kev showed his like childhood type of thing. But I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But we will. Thank you for all who watched this. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube. I will put a command in there. And Leo's a timer. Thank you for the biddies, Evil. Oh my god. But we do have another podcast soon. And hopefully Tootie will join this one. I'm not subscribing. Okay. You ain't gotta subscribe. We ain't gonna subscribe to you
say
either.
You broke. Just say you
Was
broke.
that Evil who said that? That sounds like an Evil thing.
Leo say you broke, cuz? Just say you broke. Hey, yo. He just dropped videos though. He dropped some 20 videos, you know, look at it. But we have more to come, y'all. We have a lot of discussion to make, but please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Oh my god, YouTube is free? Crazy.
Make sure you said YouTube is free.
Crazy.
Let me put you in the members only, bro. That's crazy.
But please make sure to hit the please check out. God dang, that sound. What the fuck?
Please like and subscribe for the ChillBop.
And check our recent
my
Invincible episodes. You know, we kept that consistent. We finished it.
They was really good.
We will talk about Invincible next podcast.
Yo.
God. But for now,
just know that we're slowly getting our way through every week. We're trying for every week, but we'll let you know if we have to miss a week.
We can do every other week, but yeah, we're also adults. Like we have a lot of stuff.
We got Mr. I'm off on Fridays here, as he spoke for us. While me and Leo have to work. You know?
The grind, you know, is something.
Get a new job, Mitch.
I gotta work tomorrow, man. Come on. I gotta work.
But like I said, hit that like and subscribe button, comment. Wait for our next one, and make sure hit that notification, hit that bell. You want to know when we go live or post a video? Go ahead. You want to watch this? But
you want to watch us?
Come on, all of this. Look at them. Look at that. Look at that. See, we might put in for the end. You know, for the endings from now on.
Stop it! Do not.
But peace. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Have a good night.